Well, hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess. It's about 20 degrees out here this morning. That glowing rock you see there, that is our well house. It is lit up to keep our well running with these frigid temperatures. And there's our fall garden. We're going to walk towards the back and go take care of our chickens. We're back in here with the dishwasher today. We're going to clean our filter and we're going to show you what I'm using as a rinse agent. I have changed the rinse agent. So the first thing I've got to do is I've got to get down here and unscrew this. Remove the little gasket. This is your blade. Another gasket. And y'all, my filter looks good, but you may have a different type of filter in your dishwasher. So I'm going to put this back together. But you would want to rinse that gasket, that filter that's on there if it needs it. Most filters would need to be cleaned at least once a month. Get this thing together. Put those two pieces together. Everything looks good inside. Put my old rack back in here. And one of the reasons I'm changing is the rack itself has some rust on it, and the vinegar was just eating up my rack. So what have I changed in my dishwasher? I was using vinegar as the rinse agent. I'm still using the powder that I mix. I've got it sitting here on my counter. I'm still using a couple of drops of Castile soap. This is a lavender Castile, and that is an awful bright light. Castile soap. And now I am using hydrogen peroxide. Now you can either use hydrogen peroxide or rubbing alcohol. You want to make sure that your dishes are rinsed completely with either one of these products. So this is an antiseptic oral debriding agent, but it also disinfects your dishes and it will not harm your dishwasher. Let me show you how I use it. First, I have to get my dishwasher loaded. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Now this is washing soda with citric acid and salt. So I need 1 tablespoon of my dishwasher powder, a couple of drops of my Castile soap. This is going into the flip top compartment and I'm going to close that. Into this little cup right here, I'm going to put my peroxide. This is a brand new bottle. And I'm going to get that into that compartment. About a half a cup to a cup. It just depends on how much you think you need in your dishwasher. And this has been keeping my dishwasher clean and my dishes clean. So that's why I'm using that. Now I'm going to go ahead. I've got a bunch of little stuff I'm going to load in here. I'm going to run it without anything on the bottom shelf today. But normally I would run it with a full load. And I do rinse my dishes for the most part. I think that they do better when they're rinsed than if you just put them in dirty. I know the new dishwashers say that you can wash them dirty, but you're going to be cleaning that filter an awful lot if you do that. And so I've got some plastic cups and stuff. I've been in here cleaning my kitchen today, and I wanted to wash all of these measuring cups and get a new home for them. So I'm just going to fill this up with all these measuring cups. And yes, I have a lot of them, folks, because I do a lot of videos and I need measuring cups for everything that I do. Get these in the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and put this jar down there because I don't have any room at the top. And that little mat there. Look around and see if there's anything else, and I don't see anything else. We're going to get this started. We're going to come back and check these out in a little bit. Normal wash. All right, my dishwasher has stopped, and we're going to see how these did. I'm going to start with the jar in the bottom. The whole bottom of that jar was just covered with nasty stuff, and it looks pretty clean to me. So we're going to let that dry out. And of course, the mat, the little silicone mat, I'm going to set that up there on a towel. Now I'm taking them out so they can air dry. My dishwasher is old, and it doesn't dry as well as some dishwashers, but that's okay. There's the little soap dispenser thing, and I've got all that stuff out of the bottom, and here are the top. So I've got some tops in here and some big cups. Get those out. And then the rest of this is nothing but things that can be air dried. My sink stopper keeps the food from going down my sink. I usually put them through the dishwasher a time or two. So everything is going to air dry, and then I'll find a home for it. Let's get this up there. So what do I think about this new method of the rinse agent? Let me close this up and we'll talk about that. I was using the vinegar, and the vinegar was actually literally destroying the inside of my dishwasher, that shelf. I can replace that shelf. We just haven't done it yet. The dishwasher is probably 20 to 30 years old, y'all. It's old. But I looked online, and I was looking for something that wasn't going to leave spots on my dishes, because what happened over time was my glasses started showing signs of water spots. And I knew my dishwasher inside was clean. I double checked. I did the filter thing, and there was nothing there. So I'm just assuming there was some buildup inside the dishwasher somewhere that was attaching to my dishes when they went through the rinse cycle. And I came across the rubbing alcohol or the hydrogen peroxide. Now, you wouldn't use both of them at the same time, you would use either or. And hydrogen peroxide right now, this is 99 cents for 32 ounces, and this will get me through more than a week on my dishwasher for 99 cents as a rinse agent. So, yeah, I'm using this. But you could use rubbing alcohol as well. Now, the old thermometers, y'all remember those old glass thermometers? Uh, we used to clean those with rubbing alcohol, and you would air dry them, and then you'd pop them in your mouth, and you'd have a little bit of a flavor there from that rubbing alcohol. Because you're using such a small amount with a lot of water, I don't see a problem with it. But just be aware that your dishes should be completely dry before you use them. Make sure there's no water on them or anything, either way, with the peroxide or with the rubbing alcohol. 1/2 cup to 1 cup is all you will need in your dishwasher. You can run it like I did with the soap, or you could stop it and put your rinse agent in there if you want to do it that way. There's several different ways. I did have one lady that had asked me because she had hard water. Well, I discovered that I also have very hard water here, and all I can tell you is if this doesn't work for you, continue to do your research, because not everything is going to work for every person. So this is what I'm doing, hydrogen peroxide for the rinse agent. Let me know what you think about this in comments. We will be talking about the Declutter Challenge 24, the Cleaning Hacks 24, and the Freezer Clean Out 24 sometime around the first week of January, maybe the second week, depending on how things go. Just to give you some of my thoughts about this past year and what accomplishments that I was able to make and maintain. That is the big issue. Thank you, my friends, for watching, and I hope that y'all will check out all the wonderful content of these collaborations. I will link this one below in the description box so you can go to that playlist. There are several great channels that were participating in this year, and I'd love for you to check out their channels as well. Be blessed, everybody, and Merry Christmas.